playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Lions and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. With Brock here, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Sending a receiver left. Going play action, Tagovailoa. And his first pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that makes it 2nd and long. Tua now from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And this time they're gonna get there and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL. And it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion. But this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
From the 48. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun now, first round. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Throwing is Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Bates' kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their 2nd drive of the contest. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a 2nd time. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of this shotgun, a give to Achane. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. No gain, and things looking a lot tougher for them now with 2nd and 20. Achane again. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him around 3, but a very big distance to address here on 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Lions will go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Stroud. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Taken in by Smith. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. And he sent a man in motion. To off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there 1 play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
You're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They put a receiver in motion here left. On play action, here's Stroud. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Throwing on 3rd and long. It's taken in by Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They send the tight end in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Here's a give to Gibbs. And they bring him to a stop at this run, gets him into the red zone, down to the 15. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Stroud off the play fake. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the quick, right?
1st and goal, here's Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Montgomery. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Lions stretch their early lead to 9. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a...
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions get the football back at the 19-yard line.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Stroud. He finds Laporta. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, Stroud. Throw complete to Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gibbs now from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. St. Brown there to bring it in. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Stroud now. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 41. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air, Stroud. Laporta with the grab. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. A tight end in motion now. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions parlay the interception into points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead.
Dolphins, nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Flush down now, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Going play action, Tagovailoa. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Picked up at the 38. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead.
All right, come on.
Tagovailoa on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Stroud. This one to Williams out left side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Dolphins send running back Devon Achane getting back to work. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He just throws this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They motion a receiver left. 2nd down carry for Achan. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
44, ready.
Now a toss play for Achan. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
2 and out from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Johnson now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They bring their tight end left. Now Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, and they go right back to him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Lions are on the move here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Stroud. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
St. Brown's got it. Complete. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Stroud throwing here on first. Finds Laporta. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and you get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Stroud now on 3rd. He finds Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game.
Dolphins 3.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, receding team.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Big gain downfield. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it.
Now to
for the
kick this
call,
one
let's rejoin
away.
Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Jackson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Now a give on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Sending the tight end in motion left. First throw for the backup now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That pass is caught by Bell. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Lions readying for the punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Miami offense headed out there now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Third and a lone yard coming up. They run again with Wright. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. The ball is loose. Going the other way, Lions have it. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. That play good for 17 on a first down.
How about the quick thinking and the reaction from everybody on that side of the ball? See an opportunity to rip the ball free, and then everybody switches to offensive mode, creating space on that return. And now they're handing the ball to their teammates on a silver platter for a score.
They'll come out throwing. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd and 10 now. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
So the Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit for a try here. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the lead to 21.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They'll bring out the punter here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. The offense headed back to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Escape. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll try and punch it in. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. This return makes it up to the 25. Back out runs their offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Wright reels it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Running right. Here's Wright. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Man in motion, headed right. It's a jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. Room for him past the 30. And finally, they take him down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, ball at the 36. They give it to him again. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw it on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here's a throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
This offense ready to get going again now. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Running behind center with Wright. Down the sideline inside the 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Right again. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Miami Dolphins. 1st down and goal to go.
They motion the tight end over. Here's a give inside to Wright. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd and long, and it leaves them behind the chains on 3rd. He's going to throw this one. Able to find Wright. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Dropping back to throw. Cut out left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Lions football, and they've got to be happy about this lead to start the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right up the gut. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Another carry for him. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness, the pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
He breaks the tackle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Thrown back, it's the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Still sticking with the passing game. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Hauled in left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. Jukes it. He fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be first down, Miami. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now it's 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing now, off play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it an 18-point game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense getting set to go. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Putting the body on the line for his team. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Plowing up the middle. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Second down now, 7 to go. Now a give on the counter. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Tight end going in motion here. First down, and they go right back to it. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Lions can rest easy with a 3-score lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. A 3-yard gain leaves him just a little short. A decision to make now on 4th down. Looking for a throw here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They're running again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Man in motion here. 3rd down from the gun. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Miami.